From skyscrapers that rise seemingly overnight to entire parks made with giant 3D printers. From airports floating on water to augmented reality construction sites, China isn't waiting for tomorrow. It is building the future today. What you're about to see are mega projects so advanced they make the rest of the world feel a century behind. Back in 2015, China shocked the world with a construction feat that broke every idea we had about building tall. A skyscraper not completed in years, not even in months, but in just 19 days. They called it Mini Sky City, and it became living proof that innovation can bend time itself. Soaring 670 feet into the air, this 57-story tower didn't rise through traditional building methods. It was assembled using modular construction, huge sections pre-built in factories, transported to the site, and stacked together like giant Lego blocks. Once the pieces arrived, the tower grew at a pace so fast it didn't seem real. Watching a skyscraper appear in under 3 weeks feels like seeing the future materialize right in front of you. But what came next was even more jaw-dropping. The same company announced a plan for a 220-story tower using the exact same system. To compare, Mini Sky City is 57 stories. Their next project would be more than 4 times taller. In China, ambition has no ceiling, and the next project pushes those limits even further. High in China's mountains, where icy winds cut through the air and winter temperatures drop to -30 degrees, stands one of the most extraordinary power stations ever attempted. The Kela Power Station. What makes it remarkable isn't just the brutal environment, it's the bold idea behind it. Kela isn't purely hydro, and it isn't purely solar. It is a hybrid powerhouse combining both. Spread across an enormous 170 million square feet, endless rows of solar panels work in sync with hydroelectric systems, together generating over 1 gigawatt of clean power. It's not only the world's largest hydro PV plant, it's also one of the most daring, built in a place most engineers would consider impossible. Standing at extreme altitude and battling nature's harshest conditions, Kela proves that innovation can conquer even the toughest landscapes. And if that seems unbelievable, the next project takes things into an entirely new dimension. Imagine this: a full public park, nearly 60,000 square feet, built entirely through 3-dimensional printing. That's exactly what China unveiled with the groundbreaking AICT 3-dimensional printed park. Everything, the benches, sculptures, flower beds, and even the retaining walls, was formed by massive robotic printers using concrete. The final design is a smooth, flowing landscape, organic curves and wave-like shapes blending effortlessly together. It feels futuristic, almost alien. But the real shock comes with the time frame. Despite its scale, the park was built in just 2.5 months, costing a fraction of what traditional construction would require. It's proof that 3-dimensional printing in China isn't a gimmick. It's becoming a core building method. When most people think of 3-dimensional printing, they picture small objects, furniture, models, maybe artwork. But in Shanghai, engineers created something far more ambitious: an entire 3-dimensional printed pedestrian bridge. Stretching nearly 86 feet, it holds the record as the largest 3-dimensional printed bridge in the world. Built in only 450 hours by 2 robotic arms, the bridge consists of 44 hollow concrete blocks for the deck and 66 pieces forming its curved handrails. Its wave-like shape doesn't just suit the scenery, it turns the bridge into a piece of public art. And like the printed park, it was built faster and far cheaper than traditional methods. China is years ahead in construction technology that other countries are only now beginning to imagine. What do you do when a historic landmark stands directly in the way of new development? Many places would demolish it. China made a different choice: move the entire building. City planners wanted to build a huge underground shopping center, parking garage, and subway connections beneath the Huangpu Shikumen complex. But instead of destroying this century-old structure, engineers turned to tech that felt like science fiction. The solution? A fleet of robotic hydraulic jacks. Working together, they lifted the entire 8,270-ton building and moved it forward, step by precise step, almost like a mechanical walk. Once the underground project was finished, the whole complex was gently moved back into its original position, perfectly intact. The result is, honestly, breathtaking. A balance between honoring history and advancing modernization. The Jinan Canyon Bridge is not just another construction effort. It is a world-breaking engineering milestone. Rising more than 2,000 feet above the valley below, this monstrous structure is set to become the tallest bridge on Earth, surpassing the previous world record also held in the same region. Working at this altitude posed challenges no ordinary cranes could handle. They couldn't even reach the site. So Chinese engineers did what they always do. They invented a new solution. They designed the largest cable crane system ever built. Suspended high over the canyon, it could lift and place enormous trusses, each weighing more than 21,000 tons, with exact accuracy. But this precision wasn't from strength alone. Engineers integrated the Internet of Things with China's Beidou satellite navigation system, ensuring every component aligned flawlessly. The bridge is also embedded with a network of smart sensors, continually monitoring structural health in real time. This isn't just a bridge, it's proof of what happens when technology and engineering push past all limits. Construction sites are known for two things: deafening noise and clouds of dust. China introduced a surprisingly simple but brilliant solution: inflatable construction domes. Instead of battling pollution with half measures, entire construction zones are enclosed under massive air-filled structures. These domes work as giant shields, trapping dust, dirt, and harmful particles while also reducing the thunderous noise of heavy machinery. Inside, advanced filtration systems clean the air before anything escapes the enclosure. At first glance, the Fosun Foundation Cultural Center in Shanghai looks like a modern performance hall. But look closer, and you'll notice something stunning. The entire building moves. Its exterior is wrapped in massive kinetic curtains, 3 huge bronze tubes that slowly rotate around the structure. The motion is so gentle you might miss it at first, but over time the patterns shift, creating endless waves that make the building look different every time you see it. In time-lapse, the effect is mesmerizing, like a living sculpture dancing with light and shadow throughout the day. But the movement isn't only for show. The rotating panels can be positioned to open or close parts of the stage, reveal views toward the river, or frame the skyline to the west. It's a rare blend of art and engineering, a cultural landmark that feels alive, constantly reinventing itself. Some buildings look like they were lifted straight from a sci-fi film. The Anji Culture and Art Center is one of them. Its most unique feature is the roof, shaped to mimic delicate bamboo leaves, a graceful blend of natural inspiration and modern design. Made from sweeping white metal panels, the roof is engineered to look like it's floating above the structure. But, this vision goes beyond appearance. The building will include a sustainable rainwater recycling system that passively cools the interior, combining beauty with smart engineering. Covering an incredible 1.29 million square feet, the center stands as a monument to creativity, culture, and advanced construction. It's expected to be completed this year, but it's far from the only project transforming China's skyline. In Wuhan, plans are underway for one of the most daring skyscraper developments ever imagined. The Phoenix Towers, rising to a staggering 3,300 feet. The taller of the two towers would become the second tallest structure on the planet. But, height is just the beginning. These towers are designed to be massive clean energy generators. The exterior will be lined with solar panels, while inside, systems for wind power, thermal energy, hydrogen fuel cells, and biomass boilers will all work together to produce renewable energy. Even more astonishing, one of the towers will include the world's highest sky garden, a touch of nature floating above the clouds. Built on an artificial island in a lake, the Phoenix Towers are a bold vision of sustainable, futuristic architecture. A design so ambitious even Dubai would take notice. China isn't only building higher, it's also building smarter. Enter Sponge City Landscaping, a breakthrough urban design concept that turns entire cities into living ecosystems. Instead of endless concrete, sponge cities weave rain gardens, wetlands, green roofs, urban forests, and sunken parks into the urban environment. These green spaces absorb rainwater like a sponge, reducing the risk of floods, replenishing groundwater, and supporting biodiversity right in the middle of city life. The Kunming Stormwater Park, the Lingang Sponge City Zone in Shanghai, and the Zhuhai-Henkin Free Trade Zone all show how the concept works in practice. Even the sidewalks are porous, letting water naturally seep through. The result is cities that don't just survive heavy rains. They thrive with cleaner air, healthier ecosystems, and vibrant green spaces. When it comes to airports, China isn't aiming for ordinary. Instead of building on land, engineers created a man-made island for the new Dalian Jinzhouan Airport. Construction began in 2011, and once finished, it will be the largest offshore airport in the world. Building something this massive on open water required groundbreaking marine engineering as crews essentially formed new land from the sea. When the airport opens in 2026, it will be more than just another travel hub. It will stand as proof of how far China is willing to push the limits of infrastructure. And finally, the project that may transform how megastructures are built. The Huangpu 3D printed dam planned for the Tibetan Plateau. This dam will rise 590 feet, but the unbelievable part is how it will be built. It will be constructed entirely through 3D printing. Enormous robotic printers will layer concrete one section at a time, just like your desktop printer, but on a scale the world has never seen. And it gets even more futuristic. Every machine involved, trucks, bulldozers, cranes, will be AI-controlled, operating completely autonomously. No human drivers, no delays, no accidents, just perfect coordination from beginning to end. The entire dam is expected to be completed in under 2 years, a fraction of the time normal construction would require. If successful, it won't just be one of the most innovative builds in history. It will become a blueprint for the future of construction itself, proving that even giant dams and mega projects can be built faster, smarter, and more efficiently through AI and 3D printing.